guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing kind of a favorites video, but in a specific category. I think I'll go through a bunch of different categories and do this because this seems really fun and I love watching videos like this. This one's going to be about my favorite bronzers. I don't have a ton of favorite bronzers because I am actually really selective about the bronzers that I buy and use and love. I have very fair skin obviously, and it is pretty cool toned, so it's actually really hard to find a bronzer that suits my skin and that doesn't look scary on my skin. I kind of want to just give you my preferences so that kind of if they match up with yours, this might be super helpful for you. I always look for bronzers that are really smooth and fine, and I need to have a neutral tone, or a tone that's neutral / cool enough that it's going to work for my cool tone skin. The first one I want to talk about is by Girlactik, and I actually have two different shades, but they're the same formula. This is called their matte bronzer. The two shades that I have are Cabo right here, and this is the one that I use all the time. And then I have Casablanca. If you can't tell, Casablanca is a little bit darker and it's a little bit warmer. It's quite a bit more golden. So I don't tend to use this one for myself very much. I will use it on other people sometimes, like friends or whatever, but generally Cabo is like my go-to everyday staple, yes, must have bronzer. It is so, this formula, you guys, Girlactik is not like a huge brand, but they do bronzers right. They do a lot of things right, but their bronzers are incredible. They're in my favorites because they are some of the best bronzers, in my opinion, on the market out there that you will find. I love this formula. And like I said, if you have skin that's like a little bit deeper than mine and not so cool tone, you could probably go for the Casablanca shade. I think these are like the two lightest shades. The next one that I'm going to talk about, don't hate me, it's currently unavailable. Until very recently it was still available, and I'm still holding out hope that it will come back someday, and that's why I'm showing it to you guys. And also because these are just my favorite bronzers ever. Sometimes those are limited edition, sometimes they're discontinued, that's just the way life goes. But keep your eye out and see if this comes back at some point, because if it does, you need to jump on it. This is by Makeup Forever, and it is their matte bronze formula. So this one has been around for quite a while, and just so recently has it become completely unavailable. I saw it on either Sephora or Makeup Forever's website very recently, and now it's gone. I just checked, so I'm so sad. It is completely beautiful. This, I mean, I don't know which one I like better, this or the Cabo, but they're very similar. So if you want something similar, go for the Cabo by Girlactik. I'm not hesitant at all to recommend that as like a stand-in for this guy. This was the first one that I completely fell in love with. If you can hear my washing machine, I apologize. So like I was saying, this was my original love when it comes to bronzers. It was the first time that I found something that was totally cool enough, totally blendable enough, totally just light enough for my skin but still showed up, and I could contour with it, and it was perfect. Now that I'm thinking about it in comparison to the Cabo by Girlactik, these are those two swatched next to each other. So this is Cabo and this is the Makeup Forever. You can see they're super similar. Like I said, even if this one never comes back on the market, I would just go for the Girlactik one because that's amazing. But I had to mention this one because it's so good. And the last one that I wanted to mention is also by Makeup Forever. This is actually their new formula. So I think it sort of was meant to replace the matte bronze. In my opinion, it's a great product. It does not replace the matte bronze though. It's just a totally different animal, but I really like it. So this one is called the Pro Bronze Fusion. That's really hard to say. I love it in the shades that end with M because those ones are more matte. This is one of the I shades. So there's like, it's like a number and then I at the end. And they have like, it's not a shimmer, but it's like supposed to be like a radiant skin-like sheen kind of. And this one has that. The ones with the I on the end have that element to them. Really pretty. I just got a ton on my finger, so it looks really dark. Let's see if you can see. But this one, again, these come in some shades that I totally could not wear, and then some shades that I could, which is what I love about them. These are formulated with the same technology that their that Makeup Forever's eyeshadows are formulated with, which is what makes their eyeshadows the best on the market, in my opinion. They are so blendable. They just kind of melt right into your skin, and that's what they're supposed to do. This came out this summer, spring or summer, and it was really meant to, it was the perfect summer product because it was like, if you're going in the hot tub, it's not gonna sweat off your face. It's not gonna get, you know, like patchy, like when you wear foundation or bronzer for a while and it gets kind of patchy. It's not meant to do that. It's meant to be like without a trace, just kind of like bronze and subtle and really blend really well into the skin. And it does a great job of that. Like I said, I like the more matte ones, which are the ones that end in M. I think it's 10M, 20M, and 30M. I like the 20 and 30. The 10 actually, it's the lightest, and it sounds like someone fair skinned like me would use that one, but it really doesn't show up on me very much. So I actually go for either the 20 or the 30, depending on my tan status at the moment. But they all look like this. They come in the same packaging and everything. The one thing I will say with these, and this also applies to Makeup Forever's other, like their highlight and bronze duo, which I did not include in this video because I like that one better as an eyeshadow than a bronzer. It applies to that one too, and that is that you have to kind of see how there's a texture on this, and it's embossed and it looks like sand dunes basically. You have to kind of break through this like invisible layer of that embossed pattern on the product before it really starts coming off on your brush. So like the first few times you use it, you're like, what? There's nothing in here. And that bothers me a little bit, but that's the only drawback I would say. Once you get through that, it's super creamy, super smooth, gorgeous. Makeup Forever hits it out of the park, especially when it comes to complexion. They are just spot on. They know what's up. So those are my favorites for bronzer at the moment. And yes, we only covered 2 brands. I know, but that's because I'm very picky and particular, like I said. Let me know what your favorite bronzers are, you guys. I would like to try some other ones and branch out because, you know, when one goes out of production, like the Makeup Forever one, that's very scary for me because I only have a few that can replace it. You know what I mean? So anyway, I hope you guys have found this helpful, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!